WION continues to bring you all the latest updates about the coronavirus outbreak. The death toll from the novel coronavirus has now reached a whopping 2,345, with more than 76,288 cases around the world. 109 deaths were reported in China overnight. But amid growing fears, China has seen a drop in the number of new cases. Compared to the 900 new cases reported on Friday, the number dropped to 397 overnight. Meanwhile, China's ruling Communist Party has said that the virus outbreak in the country has not yet reached its peak. In a Politburo meeting chaired by President Xi Jinping, the party said, and I quote, "A turning point in the development of the national epidemic situation has not yet arrived. The epidemic prevention and control situation in Hubei province and Wuhan city remains severe and complex." While the virus has impacted the Chinese economy, the government believes that the economy's long-term improving momentum will not change. The World Health Organization has stepped up its battle against the deadly virus. The WHO has warned that the window of opportunity to contain the international spread of this epidemic is narrowing.
The window of opportunity is still there, but where our window of opportunity is narrowing, I would put it that way, narrowing. And that's why we called the international community to act. And that's why I explained yesterday, although we're asking for the international community to act quickly, including the financing, that's not what we see.
So that was the WHO sounding an alarm. And now let's get some more insights about the reality on ground. WION correspondent Bruce Harrison now joins us live from Hong Kong. Bruce, there seems to be fresh news coming in that there is now a case of coronavirus within the Hong Kong police force. Can you confirm this and tell us more about the situation on ground?
This is a confirmed case. That's correct. Yes, there's no doubt about it. A Hong Kong police officer did become one of the latest victims this past week here in the city. Apparently, he had also attended a banquet of a colleague, another police officer, and everyone else that was attending that banquet, all 60 people, have had to enter quarantine as a precaution. It's unclear at this time if anyone else he was around at that banquet has contracted the virus. We also know this police officer has family members that have tested positive for the virus as well and are being monitored. So there are concerns at this point that it could be spread throughout the force if the proper precautions are not taken. So the city is dealing with that right now.
I see you two are wearing a mask. Now, the outbreak death toll seems to be increasing daily, and China is also being questioned on the authenticity of data. So what is the reality of numbers when we speak?
Well, you mentioned earlier that the Beijing health officials had reported a much lower figure Saturday, somewhere near 400 compared to roughly 900 the day before. So the numbers are seesawing. But it comes amid changes in methodology by China to test for positive cases of the coronavirus. And it also comes, this lower, latest figure, after we've heard of reports of pockets of outbreaks in hospitals in Beijing, major outbreaks at prison facilities in Hubei and surrounding provinces. So they're reporting lower numbers, but we're hearing some pretty dire evidence of more widespread cases in confined areas. So it's really hard to put your finger on the exact figure at this point and trace or track the true severity of the outbreak.
My final question is that the WHO is saying that the window to contain this virus is narrowing down. What does this mean for China and, of course, the other countries that are reeling under this attack?
Well, they're making this statement now because of the viral spread that we're seeing outside of mainland China. The fact that it has touched so many countries, and there's a massive jump in the numbers in South Korea, which is also now reported its second death, is a sign that containment is frankly not working. And officials in Beijing have said time and time again this week they believe the number of confirmed cases is falling. And the situation is coming under control, but that also comes, like I said, amid changing methodology and pockets of outbreaks in places that weren't there a week ago. So that's more or less what the WHO is referring to, this viral spread and a lack of evidence the situation is under control.
Right, Bruce. So thank you so much for those insights. We'll keep coming back to you as we continue to track the impact of this massive coronavirus outbreak on WION.